Hey everyone, this is going to be, excuse me, your real message for May 1st. I know I haven't had a message out in a couple of days. It's been a lot, or actually a few days. Yeah, a couple more than a couple. It's just been a lot going on, and thank you for bearing with me and being patient. I have been in readings since a little bit before 3 a.m. this morning. So I've got 17% left, and I'm going to try to get you something before I have to go on about the day's business. All right, I will try to get some other messages out later in the day, but I do have a lot to do. So we're going to try to make it quick without seeming like we're rushing through it. The readings this morning, I will say, have all been, excuse me, equally as intense. And interestingly enough, much on the same level. It would actually surprise me if this reading did not come out very strong and intense, being with, what I've dealt with the individuals that, beautiful individuals, by the way, that I've dealt with this morning. So there's significance in the number 3. Also, as I stated, 17%. So there may be something for you with the number 8. And right before I pressed record, the birds started going off outside the window. So there's that. Lots of messages coming through, more pieces of the puzzle coming together for many of us in many different forms. I'm really messages and feathers as the birds come through, right? Sensitivity is coming through quite a bit for people. This comes through often when we make energy shifts. So some of you may have been encountering or may start to encounter food allergies that you never had before. Perhaps things are affecting you in different ways that they never had before. Like maybe you could always drink tap water, right? And now all of a sudden tap water makes you sick. Or, you could always, maybe you could always eat gluten or something, and now all of a sudden you're noticing a huge reaction to that, or, something like that. Or maybe you've been using the same detergent for years, and all of a sudden it's breaking you out, right? Or your face cream, or whatever. You will notice sensitivity with the physical body. Many of you starting now, as many of you are going into another paradigm shift. As I say that, it pops up 15%, which is 6. Okay. So, and if you've been following those 6s and 8s, the human in the flesh with the divinity. So, as above, so below. Okay, as they point that out to me, I was just about to say as above, so below. So as you sort of strengthen and continue to get sensitive in your intuition and your feelings and your empathy may be hyped up, right? All of these things, you will also start to experience things on the physical body, like I mentioned, detergents, perfumes, things that we ingest, whatever you do in your leisure time, right? Okay, so lots of messages coming through. It's like so quick, y'all, I don't even know where to start. Okay, people are coming out and letting their defenses down, all right? There's been a comparison taking place between a lot of us. Like there's a lot of envy and jealousy coming out surrounding a lot of people right now, unexpectedly and almost like unwarranted. Okay, this is because this is my truth, okay? What I am seeing as we start to step into our knowing, we'll say it like that, our knowing, more and more people are starting to sort of compare themselves to us, and it doesn't really make a lot of sense, okay? It's almost like as conflicted as we are about what's really going on and why we're here and why did we come here and what is this life, right? But what is life, period, right? Not just this life and not just my life, but life in general. As we start to go here and we're sort of facing our own things, it's almost like people around us, I don't know if they're picking up on it, you know, on an energetic level, but it's almost like they're becoming very threatened for whatever reason by us. This is something reoccurring that I'm noticing. Why? I don't know. I'm being led to light incense right now, which is odd because I never do this on camera. And I just cleanse the energy. It's really intense. Okay, so today may just be intense in general for everyone. Okay, we're already in new moon energy. All right, so we've got sun in Taurus, new moon in Taurus. Later on this month, you'll have full moon in Scorpio. For those of you Scorpios, this is our only full moon, I believe, if I'm not mistaken, for the year. All right, so you've got, and you know, Taurus is opposing Scorpio, so there's just a lot there. All right, Uranus being in Taurus, there's just a lot of intense energy going on right now, both dark and light. And then what is dark and what is light, and how do we perceive that? There's huge messages about perception coming through. All right, totality and what it means to be complete and total. And is that something that we need? And where do we put our trust in change? And who are we celebrating our selves with? And is it time to celebrate self? And is it time to cut off some people around us? And I would have to say yes. However, people are going to be threatened by this change. They already are. See, here's the thing. They've been threatened. The more we come into our knowing and our power, no matter how conflicted or confused we are, I am noticing that it doesn't really matter to them. They don't really see. There's a lot of shallow sort of based emotions and reactions going on around us. So as unsure as you are about yourself and your path, right, you are still moving forward and getting that much closer to the truth and your path and your divinity. And this conflicts them, right? So as conflicted as you are, it's like they become more conflicted too, but almost like it's this weird sense of competition. And I'm noticing people react in a very weird way. It's very strange. And it's like some people are scared of being left alone or left behind, and others are just mean, hateful, vicious, insecure. You know, I mean, many of them, they're, okay. Sorry, my dog was scratching at the door. So many of them are stressed out about being left behind and left alone. Their mind is sort of running away with them. You'll notice people around you, but also your anxiety may be amping up as well. And this could have to do with being on a whole nother level of sensitivity and being more sensitive to things. So I would just suggest that you meditate more maybe, or take more baths, or perhaps remove yourself completely, not just from people, but also situations and environments. There is a sense here of like people trying to stop and hold, like, it's almost like some of us are getting in our own way as to not want to leave anyone behind. It's sort of like this resistance of change, right? Like we're being urged to go with the flow and bring up any repressed emotions or anything that would disrupt the flow and the turn of the wheel. I'm seeing someone like literally being scared of being sucked into a black hole. and what is in that hole, and like, where does that darkness take me? You know, what I'm gonna say, and this, you can't be responsible for everyone, okay? You've got your own shit to take care of, all right? And those people around you that are doing things from a place of pain and anger and rage and hurt, and I mean, make no mistake about it, there are people around us that are, they're just downright mean. They're just mean, and they do things just to be mean, okay? Do not let them slow you down. Do not disrupt your path and your flow and hold yourself back, okay? Because they are scared of being left alone, all right? Maybe they'll come along later. Maybe this is where you part ways. And that's going to be very hard for a lot of us, because these are people that we genuinely care about. These are friends that we love, and family, blood family that we, you know, love, and marriages and, you know, spouses that we love and care for, and even children that we love. But it is what it is. We can't be scared to we can't be scared to take the leap, okay? We can't continue to pretend to be ordinary. We're not fucking ordinary. What is ordinary, right? What is ordinary? And we can't continue to keep ourselves in this state of like, okay, I'll play your game. I'll play your game, and I'll try to conform, and I'll downplay myself, and I won't shine as bright because I know you need the light more than me, because you thrive on that, and I don't want to take anything away from you. And you know, when you're not trying to be a light, when you're just being yourself and you just happen to outshine somebody, maybe that's a problem on the other person's side of the fence, you know? And I don't expect you to come on my side of the fence and mow my grass. Do you know what I mean? Like, I don't expect you to keep the lawn up on my side of the fence, and I can't be held responsible for that, okay? Maybe you should get a brighter light. Perhaps you should stop being self-destructive. And I'm seeing this over and over again of people that are sort of spinning out of control in trying to compare themselves to someone else's light. And it's like, there's no competition here. Like, I'm just being me. Why would you be threatened by that? You know, I know there's answers in silence. I know there's answers in silence, and I know that many of you will find answers and break through in that state of silence, okay? In not reacting or not saying anything. Here's the thing I'm noticing, is like, people are sort of spinning out of control in their own, how funny. I was gonna say in their own ugliness, but then they're showing me pigs wallowing in shit. The more people do not want to own up to what is being presented to them currently, okay, the more they try to compensate and over compensate, right? By doing something else mean, right? And then trying to justify that, and then they react to their own reaction. And I'm starting to see these scenarios where people are literally having full-blown arguments, and with themselves. Like, they have set the mode to self-destruct, and that's that. How do you save someone from that? Well, you don't. They are on, and as I say they're there, it's like they're there and I'm seeing someone pat someone on the back, and it's like, no, you're not a baby. You're fucking grown, and you know, you better put on your big girl panties or your big boy boots and stand on your own 2 feet. You've made these decisions, and you know, I'm just, there's a lot going on right now. There's a lot of shifts happening, and we can't continue to baby people and justify their behavior. When you're wrong, you're wrong. And it takes a big man and a big woman to say, I fucked up, I was wrong. And at any time you can change that behavior. But what we're not gonna do is baby people who are acting a type of way. Like, as I say that the death, the chariot, and the hermit make themselves known all in the upright position, we're going to have to let relationships and people die so that we may transition into this chariot energy and move forward on our soul's purpose and soul's journey. We can't take everybody with us. They were never meant to come in the first motherfucking place, because the truth is, honey, most of them are robots, and the ones that aren't have been overtaken and have whispering spirits in their ear. Take it how it resonates, put it where it applies. You'll know what I'm talking about if it's meant for you, and if it doesn't resonate, then this message is not for you. Please click off the video. All right. You have people that have allowed things to take over them, okay? They choose to stay in a stalemate position and not look at things from another angle. They are very one-sided, selfish. They are selfish, okay? They deceive themselves, all right? I'm getting someone throwing around money. I'm kidding, like, make it rain, okay? But all that money, where does that get you? Because you can't change who you are inside. That money cannot buy you a new soul, bitch. Did I say it? Oh, I said it. I said it. We're being shown things. We're being shown people's true colors, okay? Clarity. Many of us have asked for things to be clear, and we're being guided, and we're being shown things that are urging us to be cautious going forward, okay? Be very cautious going forward. And what is your perception, and how patient have you been? Okay, a lot of us have been patient and will continue to be patient, but the fact of the matter is there's change coming. Now hopefully the ones around us that are taking on this behavior, and if this is you, hopefully you're one of the ones that's the big enough man or the big enough woman that is like, you know what, there's a problem here. I've got some things I need to look at, and this is what the world is reflecting to me right now, and so here's an amazing opportunity to look at what's going on and you know, make some certain decisions, okay? And as I say that, like, the money is in the reverse. It comes out in reverse. None of these cards are in reverse because I don't read these cards in reverse, but this one is. Like I said, I'm seeing somebody like make it rain, but like I said, at the end of the day, that money can't buy you shit. Okay, look at the omens. Look at the omens, all right? If you're one of the ones that is catching yourself acting and reacting in what you know to be sort of toxic ways for yourself and others, hopefully you're one of the ones that is can be a bigger person in this opportunity and have an amazing opportunity of growth, right? But you have people that are definitely in competition and they want more, right? They communicate when it is convenient to them, and they all stop when it's not. You've got some very petty behavior going on. Overall, you have like two very distinct groups of people. Here's what I'm feeling, like all of that to say, I've always known like we're dealing with two very distinct groups of people, right? However, I can say very clearly and with much confidence that I personally have never had it made more clear to me than right now, okay? I've never had it made just more clear to me on who stands on what side of the fence. Now, people change, okay? People can change. We change. We are constantly evolving. The tower coming in, the thunderbolt, okay, to destroy the foundation that was rocky to begin with. Why? So that we can flower, okay? So that we can flower, so that we can come out of the state of sorrow, because there will be sorrow, because we do have to leave things, you know, leave things be, but we need to be living moment to moment, all right? But people change, okay? People change. we change, we all change. We should strive to evolve, right? And change is good. And the one thing that's constant is change. All right. Now, some people say, you know, once a liar, always a liar. Once a cheater, always a cheater. I don't believe that. Me personally, I don't believe that, because I believe that people can change. I believe, and not even believe, I know, I am walking, living, breathing proof that people can change for the better, right? People live destructive lives all the time, and then they wake up and they change for the better. That being said, that's exactly true for the opposite, okay? You may be dealing with people that started out great. You may be dealing with people that, like, you're seeing things, it's like, I never expected this. Like, what happened? Well, people can change for the good or for the bad. People can change. And change has been a constant theme. So I just want you to know that if this is something you're experiencing, okay, this 9 of Wands in the reverse position, okay, with this huge foot, do not allow people to step on you, and do not allow people to penetrate your wall. Like, you are able to say, no, stop, I'm not going to deal with that. Or, okay, let's talk about this. Come on in, let's have a cup of tea. You know, you do what you feel necessary, but I just want you to know, like, if you are one of the ones dealing with this energy, know that it's okay to celebrate yourself. Don't let anyone think because they are in competition with you and they are dealing with their own insecurities and making it their business to make everybody else's business their business, that there is something wrong with you, and that you and your authenticity is not to be celebrated, because it absolutely is. And there are things happening right now across the board that is bringing out truth for everyone. For everyone. It's not all going to be fucking roses, you know what I mean? Like, we have some dark shit hidden in there. Even everyone, it's not always going to be roses, but I feel like it's the way that you choose to react to it, okay? The way that we choose to allow it to shape us, shift us, or help us to grow, or make us bitter and hateful and hurtful. So I just want you to know that going forward this month, there's going to be a lot of transformation, a lot of truth. All right, even the rest of this year, okay? Coming up on the eclipses in July. Don't be scared of it. Don't be scared to tell somebody what's the what. And do not, no matter what, do not fucking dim your light or your truth or your authenticity to bend to make someone else feel good. I love you all so very much, and I will see you next time.